I'm standing in the nave of St Columba's Parish Church in Largs. This, a Church of Scotland, is the second building on this site, but historically the church in Largs goes back many hundred years, and the original building is in an ancient graveyard off the main street in Largs, and all that's left of that building is what's known as the Skermerley Aisle. The congregation built a church on this site in 1812. It was a simple building to which they added a north and south transept some years later, but as time passed, they realised that the building wasn't going to be big enough to accommodate those numbers who wanted to worship on a Sunday morning. So, with the help of the congregation, the people of Largs, and numerous benefactors, the 1812 building was demolished in 1890, and this large neo-Gothic small cathedral was built and opened in July 1892. A building of this size, as you might imagine, requires considerable maintenance, and 1.3 million within the last 10 years has been spent on re-roofing the building, renewing leadwork, guttering, downpipes, etc., cleaning and repointing the exterior stonework. And now we have come to refurbish the interior. In keeping with modern thinking of the use of church buildings, we have decided that we must make the building more multifunctional than simply a place of worship. And to this end, we have gained the approval of the congregation to remove the pews and install freestanding comfortable chairs. This will make the interior multifunctional, and to that end we plan to promote the venue as a concert venue, drama venue, a place for business meetings, etc. And to achieve this, we have over the last 2 or 3 years had architectural plans drafted, and we are now in the process of making application to Historic Scotland and the Lottery Foundation for funding. We reckon that it will cost a minimum of £750,000 to remove the pews, install a new heating and lighting system, and probably a new floor and heating system. There are various ancillary rooms within the church buildings. On the upper level to the east end of the church, there is a large hall known as the Stuart Memorial Hall, and we plan to install a new kitchen and catering facilities up there so that visiting parties can have a light lunch and certainly tea and coffee. Downstairs accommodation, we have a large session room, and we plan to modernise toilet facilities and upgrade that part of the church so that we can advertise it as a venue suitable for concert productions and business meetings. We have numerous pieces of furnishings in the building that are of historical interest, and behind me there is a memorial plaque to Sir Thomas MakDougall a son of Largs, born in the 1770s, died in the 1860s. And Sir Thomas had a distinguished army career and was latterly Governor-General of New South Wales in Australia. There is a strong connection with the Australian community, and there is a festival every year in Largs at which the Brisbane Queen is crowned. The church is particularly noted for its stained glass windows, The large windows on the west wall and on the south and north transepts were all in place for the opening in 1892, as were the 7 light windows in the lower north and south transepts. Other windows around the church have been added over the last 100 years as memorials to various former ministers, distinguished members of the community. The organ, which you see behind me, is a famous instrument. It's a Father Willis organ built for the opening of the church in 1892 and is considered to be one of the finest of its size in the country. To this end, of course, we will be able to have organ recitals as one of our promotions of the church. The maintenance of the building is, and the dwindling size of congregations throughout Scotland mean that churches have to look further afield for funding than simply relying on the resources of members of the congregation. So our idea, again with the Columba Experience venture, is to raise sufficient funds to maintain the building and ensure that it remains as a place of worship and a place of theatrical and concert productions, and as well could be perhaps considered as the community centre of Largs. Part of this refurbishment of the interior will include a heritage corner within the church, and the idea is to convert the corner there in the north transept under the Brisbane Memorial to a heritage centre. And to this end we're in the process of drawing plans to clear that of pews, lay out an open area with display cases of artefacts relating to the church and the town of Largs and its history over the last 100 or 2 years.